Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. What says success more than the stench of alcohol? Well, actually, I guess a lot of things would say success more than that. Ugh. But that doesn't mean that you don't want to have nice boozy fragrances that are going to give you this sort of sweet, warm, sometimes syrupy feeling to your scents. And that may be vaguely reminiscent of an alcoholic beverage like a cognac, whiskey, or brandy. Or rum. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about 7 strong, powerful, boozy and sweet scents that are going to smell amazing this coming fall and winter. So let's jump into it. We got a nice little mix here again. Some niche, some designer. Let's do this. I'm gonna kick things off with Dior Fahrenheit Le Parfum, just because I think this stuff smells absolutely amazing and I want to bring it up as much as I can. Rum, suede, bourbon, vanilla, and violet leaf. This takes a little bit of that original Fahrenheit DNA with that violet. A very, very slight petrol kind of feel in this fragrance. Not at all as powerful as in the original. I mean, this fragrance is powerful. I'm just saying it doesn't have as much of that gasoline smell. This one instead is much richer, much sweeter. The rum in here smells fantastic. The bourbon vanilla is next level. And the leather in here is much smoother than what you're going to find in the original Fahrenheit Eau de Toilette. This one does end up coming across much more formal smelling, if you want to call it that, than the original. And it does smell more modern, of course, as well. It is a little bit pricey. It can be hard to find sometimes at discounters, though it's not as hard to find as Dior Homme Parfum. Jeez, have you tried to find that lately? Oh my God. I didn't realize how completely out of control Dior Homme Parfum got until somebody asked me on a Beast Mode Gent live stream, hey, is it worth paying the price for Dior Homme Parfum? And I was like, well, I don't know what it's going for. Let me check. And I know this is kind of an aside, but went on eBay and I think it was like $300 people are asking for them now. Oh man, brutal. So even though Fahrenheit Le Parfum is expensive, at least it's not Dior Homme Parfum expensive. And I would say the price that this is going for at discounters, even though it is over $100, still worth it. Now, if this becomes the next Dior Homme Parfum in terms of the price and it rises up past 300 or, even close to that, at that point, I'd say you missed the boat. Just go ahead and just forget about it at that point. Before we go any further, need to thank those Beast Mode Gents. Thank you. These guys right here are supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. If you would like to be a Beast Mode Gent, hit the join button below or check the link in the description. These guys right here help make the channel possible. So thank you. Back to the video. Let's check out something a little more affordable next, shall we? This is 2.6 Elixir from Coastal Carolina Parfums. Now this is a 15 milliliter size. You can pick this up for $35. I'll leave a link in the description, both to this and everything else as well. And in case you're unaware of this fragrance, this one was released by Carolina Fragrance Reviews, which is another channel on the YouTubes. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a 50 milliliter size at some point in the near future as well. But for right now, 15 milliliters is what you're gonna get. This one has rum, tobacco, vanilla, dried berries, among other notes like mandarin orange. This one, really nice. It's sweet. It is super strong. It's an extrait de parfum. It's gonna last forever. And this one is just kind of that conglomeration of all the notes that guys seem to love in their fall and wintertime fragrances. So you got that vanilla, you got the tobacco leaf, more of a pipe tobacco, you got that boozy rum throughout the entire freaking thing. You've got fruits galore. It smells awesome. I know that this one is pitched as a unisex fragrance that ladies can pull off as well, but for me personally, I think it leans a little more masculine. All right, next up, Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. This one, still a little bit of a hidden gem, not very expensive at discounters, very classy, a little bit mature. It does have kind of a throwback feel to it. Brandy is going to be the alcoholic note of choice in this one. And I think this is one of the better fragrances that Azzaro has done. You also have cinnamon, amber, and tonka in this bad boy. This is going to appeal more to guys that are middle-aged and older. Younger guys probably gonna spray this on and be like, hey man, this smells like my dad, I can't wear that. And I wouldn't disagree. if somebody were to say that, because this one definitely does not lean heavily into that sweet, modern, mass appeal type of style. Instead, this one is going to be spicy, warm, and with maybe just a little hint of that old school masculine barbershop feel. Great performance, great cost, a lot to love about this one, as long as you don't mind a bit of a throwback feel. Now, I almost want to apologize to you guys for this next one, because this is hard to find, and I wish it were easier to find this for a good price in the US, but it's just not. But the fragrance deserves being mentioned, so I'm going to. It's Overture Man from Amouage. Cognac, myrrh, sandalwood, smoke in here as well. Guys, this is top notch. This is woodsy, it's rich, it's slightly sweet, it's smoky, it's got some resinous facets, spices, a lot going on here. So this one, if you're a fan of Amouage, is absolutely worth owning. It is great. One of their best men's releases. Like I mentioned, the issue with this is finding it in the US. Well, finding it in the US for a discounted price, I should say. You can find this at some retailers like Bloomingdale's and Saks Fifth Avenue, but it's gonna run you $340. So not very cheap. Just a little bit over 1/3 of the way to a clean $1,000. Performance though is outstanding. The quality, fantastic. It smells great from the opening to the mid to the dry down. Kills it in cold weather. Great formal fragrance. You could wear it to the office, but I wouldn't go heavy at all. Maybe a couple sprays. Lovely, lovely scent though. Amouage did good with that one. Now I'm gonna keep it classy with this next one. PASHA de Cartier Parfum. It's got a note of liquor, so I hardly know her. Am I right? Liquor. Never mind. Sandalwood, balsam fir, tonka, and benzoin, some of the notes in this fragrance. This one, kind of like Azzaro Pour Homme Intense, does have a little bit of this more mature, sophisticated, old school masculine vibe to it. So it's got a bit of that original PASHA de Cartier in here, but once again, just like the Azzaro, you're gonna find that it is modernized and richer with more complexity, more depth. Again, just like the Azzaro though, this one is going to appeal more to guys middle-aged and older. This is a fragrance that leans more mature, sophisticated, formal, whatever you want to call it. So younger guys probably would want to stick with the 2.6 Elixir, even Fahrenheit Le Parfum, or a couple of the ones we're going to talk about coming up. PASHA de Cartier Parfum though, great release. Cartier did good there too. Did good. Just like the Amouage, you done good, boy. Thank you. Let's go with this one because, you know, this is one of the more recent hype beasts, and you gotta put in the occasional beast of hype, right? It is Angel Share by Kilian. Cognac, praline, cinnamon, and tonka. Some of the notes here. Sweet, sweet, sweet booze. This one's also got vanilla in here. So there's like 5 notes, all of them really sweet that I just listed off. And this one is pretty much, as of this video anyway, the pinnacle of the liquors collection from by Kilian. Love the presentation of the fragrance. It's not crazy expensive. I mean, it's not cheap either, but it's not crazy expensive as far as niche fragrances go. Great versatility for cool weather anyway, and a big compliment puller. So this one, I think a younger guy can pull off, and I think middle-aged guys or older can pull it off as well. Lots of versatility as far as the age range goes. You do, though, have to enjoy very sweet, nearly syrupy sweet, boozy scents to appreciate that one. Thankfully though, the vast overwhelming majority of people do love the way that one smells, so makes it easier. Now this is supposed to be 7, but I'm gonna actually do 8. I'll show you why with the 8th one, but 7th fragrance, Pure Excess from Paco Rabanne. Myrrh, vanilla, sugar, and cinnamon, along with, once again, another liquor note. This one is a personal favorite of mine. I think it smells great. Perfect for fall. The opening is very sparkling and lively. It's just this great attention grabber in the opening through the mid. Obviously, with having a note of sugar, yeah, it is pretty sweet, especially off the top. And maybe some people wouldn't like the style of sweetness that this has, because it has kind of a cola vibe when you first spray it on, like a carbonated beverage. But I think it actually smells great. As it dries down, you get some myrrh that comes out, kind of warms things up a little bit and imparts its own style of sweetness into the scent. Great date night fragrance, great night out fragrance. I think it does get overlooked a little bit. Pure Excess Night, also a great fragrance. If you're looking for just the ultimate performing fragrance in this line, even though there's only 2 of them, if we're talking the Pure Excess fragrances, I'd go Pure Excess Night. That one's slightly stronger, but Pure Excess in its own right, great fragrance with great strength as well. It's got great strength, yeah. As if I'm evaluating these fragrances as they work out in front of me or something. That's a solid bench. Let's see its deadlift. Crushed it. Last fragrance, and this one I had to include. The issue with this one, sometimes hard to find. Pure Malt from Terry Mugler. So retail, this thing is just $89 for a 100 ml size bottle. It is worth retail, straight up. This thing is easily worth retail. As of this video, it's showing sold out of stock on Mugler's own website. And I don't think that it's at any of the main discounters right now either. And kind of a problem with this one is that when it's out of stock on Mugler's own website for $89, and you do find it at discounters, they'll ask you for like 115, sometimes even more. It's almost like the car market, where the car market's all screwy right now. You could go onto a dealership's lot, right? Like right now, and say, hey, I want that new car. I will pay MSRP for it. I'll pay full sticker. And then the car dealer will look at you and be like, cool, we're actually charging $10,000 over sticker right now because we can. Yeah, so that kind of sucks. And that's what happens at discounters with some of these fragrances, where they will charge you above what they actually retail for. Not cool. Now this has malt whiskey, it's got fruit notes, peat and vanilla. Once again, dealing with this sweet, boozy scent. This one of the tops of the entire house. I put Pure Malt right up there with Pure Havane. I think that those are the best Mugler fragrances. If you can only get 2 of them, those are the 2 I would tell you to get first. Get Pure Havane, get Pure Malt. And I would say also that those overlap. Like the places you'll wear Pure Havane are the places you'll wear Pure Malt, obviously vice versa. But they're just so good at being what they are as far as designer scents go, that I think you gotta have them in your collection. Unfortunately, they're never gonna be cheap. I mean, you're never gonna find these at discounters for $30. So, you know, you're gonna have to come to grips with the fact that you're gonna have to pay up a little bit for them, but they are worth it. As far as a rich malt whiskey fragrance, if we're talking designers, that's pretty much as good as you're gonna get. You might be able to argue that there are some fragrances as good as Pure Malt, maybe, but you probably wouldn't be able to convince me designer-wise that something's better. So there we go, 8 strong boozy fragrances that absolutely crush the competition. These are great. Let me know in the comments some of your favorite boozy scents. They can be designers, niche, indie, whatever. As always, thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for all your support. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.